What's up, my friends? Chris back, and today I'm going to be talking about Bird Box Barcelona. This just came out on Netflix not too long ago, 2023, directed by Alex and David Pastor. First off, these guys should be kept as far away from movies as they possibly could be. Bunch of jabronis making trash like this. Anyway, let's get into it. So, everything that made the first Bird Box with Sandra Bullock awesome and intense and a little bit unsettling, let's just throw that out the window. Let's just put it in the trash, set it on fire, and be done with it, because that's not anything that they do in this film even remotely resembles the first Bird Box. Like, I'm guessing this takes place, it's like a prequel maybe. I haven't seen the first Bird Box in a little while, so I don't know where exactly this one falls in the timeline. But to me, it felt like a prequel, like day one, ground zero kind of thing, where, all the craziness starts happening and our main character is trying to get to his wife and kid and, save them, as you do in one of these types of movies. But the thing is, there's no suspense in this film. There's no surprises. It's super predictable. And another thing is, this feels like a zombie movie without zombies. It's like they were like, well, let's do something like a zombie movie, but let's just not have zombies in it to save on cost. Let's make a zombie movie with no zombies. It was awful for that reason right there. So the creatures in this, we never see them, okay? We don't see anything similar to the first film. We don't see these creatures. We don't know what they are. They give us kind of a hint of their supernaturality. They're supernatural. So they give us kind of a hint of that, and they show what happens to the environment when they move through it and stuff, but we never see the creatures. And but if you gaze upon them, well, you go crazy and you off yourself. Or you become kind of like a harbinger for them, and it's like you can see them in all their glory, and it makes you go crazy, but it makes you go crazy to harm other people. And that's, that kind of happened in the first one. I believe that was one of the story beats in it, if I remember correctly. And that's cool, but they use it a lot in this film. It's like part of the main plot of this film is, well, I don't want to say too much about, story arcs and character development and all that, because it'll give things away. But it just wasn't made well. Okay, guys, it wasn't made well. The writing is substandard. The acting, decent. The special effects are just god-awful. I mean, you think bad CGI mixed with terrible CGI blood, it's awful. It almost feels like a Sci-Fi Channel movie with just a touch better production quality. The main character, he had potential. His story arc had potential. But they pissed that away for mediocrity. They didn't have... It's almost like they had a plan, but then they got halfway through the plan and they were like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Let's do this. But then it just confused everything. It convoluted everything. This movie was so pretentious and contrived, and they thought that they were making some kind of amazing feature film that was going to be as good as the original Bird Box. Well, guess what? You ain't got A-list talent. You ain't got good writers. You don't have any suspense. It's not scary. You have a story arc that's all over the freaking place. Stop. This movie shouldn't have even been made. And if they were going to make a movie that was a sequel to Bird Box, at least have A-list talent, good directors. Like I said before, these guys that directed this movie, they shouldn't even be allowed to make movies. They should have their director's license revoked. You know what I'm saying? And I know all of you are going to be like, well, let's see you make a movie. I could make a movie better than this. I promise you. I mean, even if I wasn't directed, I could write it better than this. I mean, and I'm a nobody. So, these guys are getting paid X amount of money to make crap like this. Get out of my freaking town, bro. No, that's not happening, man. This is like, watching this movie was like trying to suck air through a wet rag. It's just suffocating and oppressive, and I freaking hated it. Anyway, guys, I didn't like it, if you couldn't tell. But that's it for Bird Box Barcelona. It can bird box its ass on out of here, because I'm done. Streaming on Netflix. Don't waste your time, but I'm sure, I say don't waste your time, but you do you, boo. You do you. You watch the movie, and then, you come back and tell me what you thought, because to each their own, you know what I mean? But anyway, guys, if you want to get connected with more Cinema Dolce 56 content, participate in some discussions, talk to like-minded folks, all that good stuff, just go over to Facebook and look us up. Look up the group, Cinema Dolce. Join up with us, man. We'd love to have you. And as always, my friends, I love you. God bless. Peace out.